The Bimota DB5 in the hills of northern Italy. When it was first introduced to the public, the prestigious Motorcycle Design Association voted it one of the most beautiful motorcycles in the world. The DB5 is beauty matched with performance. This is a machine that lives for a twist of the throttle. It's not often you get a chance to ride a dream, but that is exactly what the Bimota DB5 is. A dream come true for this small boutique motorcycle company. Better at being artisans rather than accountants, Bimota had actually gone out of business for a few years. The DB5 is one of the bikes that brought the entire company back to life in 2003. The DB5 is a very aggressive and compact sport bike. Since Bimota doesn't make its own engines, the DB5 is powered by a Ducati motor carried in a special handmade tubular frame.
The DB5 is a little more comfortable for me because it's more what I'm used to. It's a little more aggressive, a little more of a classic sport bike feeling.
It's an expensive feeling. The Bimota DB5 lists at $32,500, and it's worth every penny, because only a few hundred are made each year. And while the bike has a full fairing, its designers intentionally left the engine exposed, as if to emphasize that their creation is more than art. It's an art form that can fly down the road at superbike speeds. The frame, the lightness, the light wheels.
The frame, the lightness, our mappings.
This, you're much more in the full sport bike mode. And I found, for example, feeling a little weight on my right wrist after a while.
This is definitely more extreme, absolutely.
Yeah. The DB5 is a rolling work of art where even the parts you can't see are special, like hand-machined plates of aircraft alloy that help hold together the DB5's unique tubular frame. This is clearly a motorcycle built with passion, innovation, and a uniquely Italian flair for design.
The same engine that's in a Monster or, a Multistrada, Ducati, and totally different feeling. Here you have, an air-cooled two-valve L-twin engine, and they feel a lot sportier here than in other, other motorcycles that have the same characteristics.
The engine cranks out 92 horsepower, but what makes it and the bike feel so sporty is that the DB5 is remarkably light. The entire bike loaded with fuel only weighs 342 pounds.
It's a real interesting sort of lesson about how you don't need to have 200 horsepower to have a bike that feels like it's really fast.
Oh no, you're right on. I mean, so many people get just preoccupied with one thing, and that's the horsepower number. You can have 200 horsepower, and if it's not all designed, the frame right and everything else right, what you've got is 200 horsepower, but not a fun ride. And ultimately, it's the whole package and how it works together is what matters. These things are exceptional fun because the whole package is designed to work together. By definition, motorcycle riders like to think of themselves as being a little different from most people. If you want to be really different, the Bimota DB5 is the bike to ride. Hand-built in very small numbers by one of the world's most legendary and at times quirky Italian companies, the DB5 is extremely rare. It may not be the fastest or most powerful bike around, but it is a unique motorcycle that makes a unique statement about what happens when Italian art and technology come together with a twist of the throttle.